Well, today I am going to cut out this cross member and bolt in the new one. Let's see how that goes. I'm also probably going to work on the trailing arms, getting the reinforcement brackets welded up and getting them cleaned up. Well, that cross member's out. Now this one gets to go in. First I'm gonna clean it up and spray some rust inhibiting spray on it. Make sure it doesn't rust again. And that will be it for this. The only thing I got to decide is if I'm pulling the fuel lines out. And oh yeah, if it bends and breaks that easy, I'm definitely gonna pull them out. I got them off Holly's website, but they are from Classic Performance Products, CPP. About half of the stuff that I've gotten from various places, either the stuff I got from Speedway Motors or anything I've gotten from Holly. I mean, shoot, I even think some of the stuff that I ordered off, I think this came from them, even though I ordered it off eBay. They pretty much have got the market on C10 parts, at least for the suspension anyway. These are maybe made to go into this on these trailing arms. What that will do is stiffen them up, weld them in, get the holes lined up, and then weld them in. And that should, it's not going to be as good as tubular, but it'll be better than what I got anyway. And that, I think, will hold the amount of horsepower I'm planning on running. I'd like to get up a little higher horsepower eventually, but at this moment, I just want to get it in, get it running, so it'll be, you know, after I get everything in that I want to get in it, it'll probably end up being around just 400 horsepower, but it'll probably be 400 horsepower. Drop everything in there. 400 horsepower and 400 foot-pounds of torque. Anyway, this came with new U-bolts, these brackets, the polyurethane trailing arm bushings for like $100. I mean, it was cheap for everything. Again, I think just the urethane bushings and the U-bolts, and I'm guessing, yeah, and the bolt kit, which I was going to have to replace because I cut the bolt, was going to be well over that by itself. But gotta see if these are going to fit over my 8.8 that I bought, which is in the back of the truck out there, but it is currently pouring down rain. Probably can't even tell, but it's in the back of the truck. So I'm gonna clean up this mess. I'm gonna shoot the rust inhibitor on here and call it a day. Probably time lapse the rest of that. But yeah, we're getting there. Not as drastic a progress as there has been, but not bad for an afternoon after work.